Now, radicals by themselves, they kind of suck. What is the square root of 2? Something really gross, right? So by themselves, they're already bad, in a way. You know, me, I don't really mean that. I think they're awesome. So why does number 1 especially suck? Because not only is there a radical in it, but it's also on the bottom. It's being divided. So there's obviously more to the story, but this is enough to kind of get us going. When I see the word rationalize, what's a rational number? It's not a radical. It's something that doesn't have a radical. It's something that can be written as a fraction. Radicals are beautiful examples of irrational numbers. So this tells me to make the bottom rational, make the bottom not have a radical anymore. So how do I do that? I'll do number 3 next because I gotta be careful. Why can't I do the square root of 2? And this is a weird question, I know, but why can't I do the square root of 4? Because 4 has 2 2's. What's the square root of 2 got? 1 2. And the square root needs groups of 2 things. Are we all good? So this idea, I say this a lot, it's almost too nice to believe. Instead of rationalize, I call it complete the root. What does that root require? It's a square root, so it requires 2 things. What am I allowed to do with a fraction? Multiply top and bottom by something. Yeah, so I'm going to multiply top and bottom by another rad 2. It needs one more 2 in there. So let's give it that. This is so nice. You need another rad 2? There you go. But I better do the same thing to the top. So on the top I get rad 2. That's amazing. 4. On the bottom, what's rad 2 times rad 2? 2.
To rationalize just means the bottom can't be.
Get rid of the radical. So you will, sometimes you'll see rationalize the numerator, and that's related to stuff that we have to do in more advanced math classes that make it easier to work with. But normally you're going to see rationalize the denominator. It's just kind of convention to not have the worst piece also be on the bottom. Right? We've moved it effectively to the top. I like it. Look at number 3. We immediately do number 3 because I need you to not make a mistake here. If I multiply him, shit. Let me make the problem up with my own. Right? Because there's another little extra thing there. Jeff's problem. One of Jeff's many problems. So let's see. If I had square root of 7, cube root of 7 over cube root of 5. Sure, I like it. And it said rationalize the denominator. Think about the word, the phrase I use for this is complete the root. That root requires how many things in it? What's the root? 3. So I need 3 things. How many do I have in the bottom right? I have 1 5. So how many more 5s do I need? Do you see that is the basic thought process to figure out what to do next? Some people see me do the first problem and they just multiply by whatever it is. No. The only reason that works for a square root is whatever it is, I need another one of it. But for cube root, I need a total of 3. I've only got 1 5, so I'm going to multiply by the cube root of 5 squared. Now, if I just multiply by 5 squared, that doesn't do shit for me. Because then they can't go inside and make 3 5s because it has to have the same root to get inside. Does that make sense? So let's see. What do I get on the bottom now? I get the cube root of 5 to the third, right? And what is the cube root of 5 to the third? 5. Bam! We constructed the bottom to come out nice. We completed it so the radical could be done and go away. On the top, I get 7 times 25, whatever the shit that is. What is that? 175. Thank you. Which I know, this is what always, how do you guys feel about that? If that would have been a 4th root, what would have been here? 5 to the third, because I would have needed 4 5s total, and I just had 1. That idea seems almost too easy to believe it is the biggest part of this problem. It tells you what to multiply by, and then what do you do? Multiply by that. I like it. Let's do another one before I go down here. What time is it? All right. Be quiet. Yeah, let me see if I can. Well, this is being a little evil, and I don't apparently care. Okay. Sorry. I don't care.
You see too much Game of Thrones.
Yeah, a little bit. You saw the last one. Holy shit. All right. I won't say anything. Stop. Yeah, Batman died. I'm sorry. All right. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right. Let's look at the B's first. Just because they're kind of easier to see. How many more B's do I need? 3. Does everybody see why I need 3 B's? Because it's a 5th root. If I can get 5 of something in it, it's doable. Then the root can go away. And here's the problem. I do not need 4 more 8s. Because 8 already has what in it? If you break 8 all the way up, you get 3 2s. So don't give it 4 more 8s. It's kind of like too much. It's too much shit, right? 8 already has 3 2s in it. So if you can break the number up, you do. So this is already 2 times 2 times 2. So how many more 2s do I need?
2 more.
2 more. So then I multiply the top by the same thing. Same thing because 2 squared is 4. So on the top is always kind of nice. You just throw all that shit together. Why am I allowed to throw all that shit together? Because they're both the same root, right? And now here's the funny thing with the bottom. What will the bottom be? Yeah, I'm actually going to do this in reverse. Here's the shortcut. The bottom is 2b. I constructed it to be 2b. That's a bad choice on my part, right? But if you look at it, what will it be? It'll be 2 cubed, 2 squared, 2 to the 5th, b to the 5th. Let me write that down. So this will be 5th root of 2 to the 5th, b to the 5th. But then what happens there? The 5th root and the 5th powers cancel, don't they? And you just get 2b, like I said. You constructed the bottom to come out to be 1, 2, 1b. And again, this could be very new to some of you guys. The idea is very simple, but I think part of your brain doesn't believe that and try to add complexity on top of it. And you're like, that's what you do to my life, Jeff, I know. All right, I guess that's enough. All right, we're going to do a quiz next Tuesday, I think. Next Tuesday. Through, yeah, let's make it through 10.5. I like it. Next Tuesday, 10.1 through 10.5. You get time over the weekend to get caught up on homework. Okay. Oh, they do? You got just one?